Sports, news, smack, Rome. Only on CBS Sports Network.
Welcome back. My guest tonight is a two-time Pro Bowler. He holds the NFL record for most kickoff returns for touchdowns. Browns wide receiver Josh Cribbs joins us. Josh, good to have you on. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well here. Thank you for having me.
All right, good to have you back. All right, so you've gone through the offseason workouts. You've had some mini-camp practices. I understand that it's still early, but how does the team look to you at this point?
The team looks really well, especially with our new additions coming in. I'm very anxious to get pads on so I can see how the old running back holds up, Trent Richardson. But Weeden, he has a nice ball. He throws a good pass, every time he has the opportunity. I'm anxious to see how our football team holds up.
All right, so I know you've got to see a little bit more, but you start with Trent Richardson. Jim Brown, Brown's great, said, the guy looks ordinary to me. Have you spent enough time around Trent Richardson to get an idea of what you're going to get from him? And does he look ordinary to you?
He doesn't look ordinary. You can always tell there's something special about a person once he touches the football. But that's why I said, I just can't wait till we get pads on. You see once he gets the ball in his hands, how he makes certain cuts and moves and his vision through the hole. And you can definitely tell he's a football player. And the NFL is very different from, college.
All right, so talk about quarterback Brandon Weeden for a minute. Pat Shurmur's not saying who's going to be the starter, but does it seem to you that they've got to go with him? He's 28 and they drafted him in the first round. I mean, it's now or never for him, isn't it?
It seems as though, he's going to be the guy. And all the quarterbacks know it. We're fully aware of it. Although Colt has been looking really well, I have to add that on there, that he's a veteran. He's a veteran in the playbook. He's been throwing great passes, and he commands this team well. Although, Weeden, just to come in right now, he's looking well, too. And I think his age and experience is helping him at this point.
Josh, you just said it. Once you get to that level and you put the pads on, it's totally different. For a guy like Weeden, he may be 28, but it's still going to be his first time in the NFL. What are some of the biggest adjustments he's going to have to make?
I think the college defenses, as opposed to the NFL defenses, is something that he's going to have to, take a hold on pretty early. Reading the different coverages. They disguise coverages very well in NFL as opposed to college, and it's bit him in the back a few times. And DeQuell Jackson has had an opportunity to pick him off a couple times, but thus far I have to say he's been very impressive. His pocket presence. He can move a little bit out the pocket when needed. The kid is going to be great.
All right, Josh.
I shouldn't say kid.
Now, listen, you are coming off your best year of catching the football. Do you feel like you've proven your point that you can play wide receiver full time, and is the team going to give you that opportunity?
You know what? I don't feel like I've proven my point, because there's always that, can I be a first, string wide receiver? And I'm not sure if, we will see that this year, especially with our new additions at receiver and, with Muhammad being, not very injury prone and Greg doing great and, with the addition of Travis. I mean, it's going to be tough, so I'm going to have my work cut out for me. But, where there's a way, there's a will, and I will make a way to, get the ball in my hands.
Hey, you've always willed your way towards just about everything you've ever tried. Do you feel like in your mind, are you at least a number 3? Do you feel like you should be the number 3 wide receiver and on the field all the time?
I feel like I have the ability to be number 3 and more. I don't want to limit myself. If they need me to be number 1, I will. When the ball has been thrown to me last year, you've seen I've caught the ball. I've scored touchdowns. I've, made first downs when I had to. So whenever I'm able to make a play, I will. And that's the thing about playing wide receiver. You have to be able to step up when the quarterback throws you the ball and make a play for him.
I guess the bottom line is it's a matter of opportunity. You feel like if I get the opportunity, I can show you what I can do. Will they give you the opportunity, or would they prefer you to play and return kicks because you're so valuable doing that? Where does the team want you?
Time will tell with that. And, with injuries and guys not panning out, you never know. At this point, it's early. But they do know what I can do. They know what I'm capable of. And I do get the feeling that, they want me to kind of return to, getting kicks and returning kickoffs and doing more special teams this year to, kind of set the tone and get back to my roots, so to speak. But, it's my job to play above and beyond at all levels, to show them that I can do this, I can return and still score touchdowns as well as catch passes for the offense.
All right, Josh, recently you went to the College World Series, but not just that, you got your flash mob out there, you loaded up a bus and you went to see your alma mater, Kent State. Tell me why you did that and how was the trip?
You know what? The trip was great. I didn't ride on the bus with the guys, but they kept tweeting me and calling me and sending me pictures, and I was retweeting it. But I wanted Kent State to be supported out there. They were a long way from home. The guys deserve the respect. They're finally getting it. They're always a top team, a contender in the MAC and in the NCAA, and they never got the credit until now. So I just want to make sure that they were represented out there and represented well with support. We were hollering and yelling for them from our seats, and everybody, they heard us, and the team heard us, and they did pretty well out there. A lot of teams ain't expect them to make it this far, but, our Flashes did pretty well.
And it's pretty much a given also. You're not going to forget where you're from. Josh, great to have you back on. Thank you very much. Hope we can do it again soon.
Thank you for having me, Jim.
Always good talking to you. Thank you. Be good.
Sports, news, smack, Rome. Only on CBS Sports Network.